Hello, hello. Tom Burden here, inventor and CEO at Grypmat. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to go over what's called the Grypmat Maintenance Kit. We are working in parallel with AFWERX, which is basically the lightning rod for innovation in the Air Force. They are providing funds for companies to create new products for the Air Force to make our airmen more efficient. And what Grypmat and what I am looking for is basically a representative in the Air Force that is going to test our products and basically give feedback to AFWERX of how valuable the equipment is that we're creating. So my background, I was an F-16 mechanic at the 180th Fighter Wing for 9 years, and one thing that I struggled with was keeping my tools on top of the aircraft. So what I created was the Grypmat, flexible non-slip tool tray that gives mechanics a close, safe location to set their tools. Really keeps mechanics organized when working, whether it's on a curved surface, a messy area, if it's underneath the hood of a car or on a helicopter, on a heavy aircraft or on a fighter jet. There's a lot of curved surfaces. There's a lot of places that you can lose your tools, and that is why mechanics like to use the Grypmat. But just to be clear, we are going over new products that are going to help aircraft maintenance. So, 4 focuses. First one is boom operations. Second one is tech data placement. Not paying attention to tech data is actually the #1 maintenance mishap. FOD and tool control, which is actually the #3 maintenance mishap, and then airman optimization, making our airmen as efficient as possible. So, for starters, boom operations. I did a job with an electrical mechanic out at the 180th Fighter Wing where we went up to the tail light of the fighter jet and we were changing out the light, and it was terrifying because I was so afraid to drop a nut or a bolt. And as you can see here in this picture, there's not really any good place for us to set our tools. We were actually setting them on the ground, which I was absolutely terrified of accidentally kicking it and having something go through that graded floor, which the graded floor is actually made for water to go through it. Also, with this, there's not really a good place for your tech data. I honestly, we didn't even bring in any tech data. At the best case scenario is that the airmen are going to be sitting on the ground, which is clearly out of eye level and not really going to be followed, to be honest. So, also when you're up there, if you drop anything, that is drastically magnifying FOD issues. So yeah, when you're up there, you got limited space, minimum access to tools, and minimum access to your tech data. So my solution to this problem is what I call a boom tray. It's a tray that unfolds or basically slides open and hooks onto the top railing and provides a place for you to set your tools and your tech data. So as you can see, his right hand, our left, his right, that would go onto this top part, and then this rung down here, this adjustable arm would come out and hook onto that lower rung. So I have half of a prototype created, basically aluminum tray that would hook on here, and I don't have the telescoping arm yet, but this is something I made years ago in a garage. So working with AFWERX will have the ability to make a product that is much nicer and a lot higher quality. So going on to custom Grypmats, we can create Grypmats custom size. We can have basically a military grade material, also custom color. So the thing is, me being weapons troop, our color was orange, so we had reflector belts that were orange, and people would see that belt and know that that is a weapons troop. So potentially we could provide the same visual communication of whatever aircraft has, let's say, orange. We know that those people are weapons, or maybe it's crew chiefs, or we can just do whatever color is in line with that shop. So this is also providing, a lot of tool control during maintenance. What I'm really excited about with this is tech data placement. So what I mean by that is this airman on the wing here does not have any tech data, and honestly, he doesn't have a good place to set his tech data. So currently, with the Grypmats that we have now, race car mechanics actually use it when setting their laptops for diagnostics on the car, which I thought, wow, that's a great idea for when we need tech data. Where honestly, working on top of the aircraft or anywhere that is not on the ground, it is very tough to have any access to your tech data. Another thing is with the Grypmats, it's very good for organization, so it doesn't have to be on a curved surface. A lot of times with assembling and disassembling, it's a great place to keep your hardware, keep your nuts and bolts organized, as well as your tools. So yeah, basically we will be able to create a custom version of Grypmats that would fit your maintenance seamlessly, as well as making it military grade, so it will be chemical resistant to anything that's being used by mechanics. So the next thing is attachments. So as you can see here, this white part is grabbing, it's like clipped onto the vertical wall of the Grypmat, and this is a magnet that you can basically put your hardware, any nuts or bolts, or any sockets or anything like that. Now for F-16s, the aircraft is aluminum, so that doesn't really work too well with any parts coming from the jet, but there are a lot of hand tools that are magnetic, as well as using this. The second use of this would be as basically a storage unit. So this magnet is strong enough that it will hold the Grypmat to the side of the toolbox. So as you can see here, obviously there's a fighter jet, but a lot of the mechanics have these red snap-on toolboxes that are magnetic. So we could have that magnet that would hold it to the side of the toolbox, so we can simply do an outline for the CTK, so therefore we don't have to add it into the shadow box. Adding a product into the shadow box is very tough. Having a shadow box is fantastic, but when you add anything, that is a big pain point. So this could very easily and seamlessly be added to the exterior of the Grypmat, or I'm sorry, of the toolbox, which with this attachment would be able to do that. One thing that I wanted to add is these products, they're one of few products that are actually reducing maintenance, or I'm sorry, reducing FOD and tool control, reducing FOD and increasing tool control during maintenance. Typically, products that are increasing tool control now are pre and post maintenance. So shadow box is great, but it's not helping you stay organized while doing maintenance. So that is where the Grypmats really come in. That's really where that boom tray is going to be very handy. So the other product is the container attachment. So this is basically an attachment that will be a container with a lid that'll snap shut. So as you can see, this large has handles, so you can easily move your workstation from one end of the aircraft to the other, or potentially if you're walking up a lift or some type of stand. So this will secure them shut, so there's no way that the FOD can get out or any of your hardware. So also a great place to contain your safety wire, which was a big issue on the flight line for weapons. So yeah, again, my name is Tom Burden. Feel free to reach out to me at any time. Here's my phone number and an email. Would love to chat. Would love to connect. So thank you very much. I'll see you. Bye.